the Black Elk Wilderness. I'm actually at a trailhead. This is the Palmer Creek trailhead. I doubt you can see it. It's over my shoulder. It's kind of a little ways off. But yeah, it took me a day and then some to get here. And as you can see, we've got some mountains back here. We're actually really on the doorstep of Mount Rushmore here in the Black Hills of South Dakota. So this is gonna be a couple of days. Hopefully it'll be a good couple of days. The weather, I mean, it's a little cloudy. I don't know if you can look up here. It's a little cloudy, but not too bad. The weather isn't supposed to be bad for the first couple of days, and then it's probably gonna rain, maybe a little bit thunderstorm, but it's spring. A little cool, which is good for the hiking. But yeah, South Dakota, this is my big summer trip. So probably gonna try to get in at least 5, maybe 6 miles. I'll probably head into Custer State Park probably by this time. So I'm going from the Black Hills, which is where I'm at right now, National Forest. Then I'll be heading into the Black Elk Wilderness, which is, I think, once you get to this this ridge, that's the wilderness area. And then I'll be breaking past that into a state park and then back in. Well, I think we're about half a mile in. Whew, I'm breathing heavy already. Got about a 2 o'clock start. You know, it's pretty dark for 2 o'clock. It wants to rain. It's supposed to hold off, which is good. So, yeah. Hopefully I can knock out, I don't know, I'm hoping for at least 5 or 6 miles today. If I can do 1.5 to 2 mile per hour pace. And originally my hope was to do 8 to 10, but starting this late, I don't think that's gonna happen. All right, we're at an intersection already. That's Cabin Trail 2, Palmer Creek Trailhead, which is where we're parked. That is Black Elk Peak, which is the highest point, South Dakota, which we're going to be in hopefully 2 or 3 days. And hopefully we'll be coming back on this trail same amount of time. So when we hit this peak, I don't know if you could see it, there's actually a shelter right up there. Really cool looking one. Different kind of mountains. I mean, big mountains are mountains, but you get big valleys. It's very green. The mountains aren't very tall, but it's nothing like the Appalachians, like Virginia or West Virginia or any of that. You can see these big wide valleys. It's pretty cool. We're 2.16, almost 2.25 miles in. Need to get a couple more miles for sure. It is pretty dark. It wants to rain, but it's not supposed to. Pretty cool. Keep expecting there to be a mountain lion somewhere around here, which is where they live, the Black Hills. It's like this is it's been on fire. Lightning, I guess. Trail is getting real good. Nice little creek. If you were a camper, you're only going so far in, that'd be the spot right there. If you were tenting it, that's all flat through there. That's like a big meadow with the water. So we came from Palmer Creek Trailhead, and that was 3.5 miles ago. So we are going to go up to Sylvan Lake. Let's get a little bit of water. That's where the park is. I think it's Custer State Park. So we're going to be out of the wilderness here in a minute. Alright, looks like, according to that, it's 3.3 miles. Hiked into Custer State Park, so not quite 4 miles. That map says it's we hiked 3.3 from our trailhead. My GPS on my watch says 3.87, so it says it's a little bit further. But yeah, I mean, this is quicker than I thought it was going to be. But we got about another 4 miles of hiking in here. Gotta hike down to the lake here, see if I can get some water, top off what I'm carrying here, and then hit a couple of spots. There are like some spires and some geographical landmarks I want to hit, take a look at. So that's next. Alright, well, I'm on trail 4, as you can see, and this is how we get out of the park. Alright, well, I got my hammocking set up, done. I think I need to tighten it up a little bit. But this is the hardest thing, man, is trying to find some place to put it. I found at least 3 tent sites out here, and they were good ones too. Good tent sites, but I've got this. And this is only like the 2nd or 3rd time I've hammocked. And yeah, trying to find trees that I could hook them up to that were far enough apart. Big thing is I've got all these branches around, so I gotta be careful because I do not want to damage my Dyneema. And I've got my food dehydrating here. So I pretty much got everything set up. Yeah. I went to God knows how many sites to set this up. and it wasn't working. The trail, I think, is over that way, so it's not far. Oh, excuse me. It's gotten a little bit cooler out here. I think it's around 50, 52. We're on Trail 7, which runs just into the trail that goes up here and then goes up to the top where the highest point around here, the highest point in South Dakota is up this way. So I can't really see anything from where I'm at because there's so many trees, but you can kind of see a little bit. A couple minutes till 7. I actually woke up for the first time at 4:30, 4:45. Oh man, the sun was getting ready to come up over the mountains. Thing is that daylight was at 5:15. So yeah, that was a while ago, and we could have got up. Actually, I did to go to the bathroom, but beyond that, oh man. The original plan was to hike down here on this, what was that? Nisbet Norbeck. On the Norbeck Trail and go south and do a big loop around, which I may still do, but tomorrow it's supposed to start thunderstorming. So my thought is, what I'll do, since I'm right about here on Trail 7, which is, I'm not sure what that trail is. Since I'm on Trail 7 right here, what I'm just going to do is push my way up to Black Elk Peak. That way I know I can bag the peak, get the view from up there, get some good pictures. That was kind of one of the big goals of the trip. So for sure, I'm going to do that. But from here, though, I'm not quite sure what I want to do. You know, I want to do the big loop. And I think because it goes downhill from here, definitely goes downhill. And goes to Iron Creek. I think that I can get all the way. It may be nice to get around Grizzly Falls.
Dude, I can smell the campfire.
This is my view. A quarter mile. Pretty awesome. Alright, so this is the way to the summit. No camping within a quarter mile of the tower or this peak. And I was looking, there's actually, I just walked by it, nice little tent spot right over here, but it's real close to the trail. Just tucked right in there. Tight. I think this is something to do with Native American stuff. Yeah, I think all this, what looks like clothing trash, it's got something to do with tribal stuff. So I don't think it's trash per se. Just well, it's certainly the one. Look at that. Oh man. Zoom in here a little bit. Here is my quandary. Those are clouds at my level right there. Rolling this way. But hey, look, it's nice and sunny over there. But it isn't over here. Now, those people are the way I came. And I've got to go back into that, and if I want to do the route I did, I'm going to go up and around into the nice area, but I got to go through that crap to get to it. So, oh, what I'm dealing with right now. This was where I got all my great views on the way up. And now you can't see anything because it's whiteout condition. Nothing it. Fog and whatever's in the fog, rain, moisture. Look at that. I'm on the Norbic Trail now, and this is a rough trail. Definitely mostly used by horses. This is definitely a wilderness trail for sure. So hoping the weather holds like it is. That was the way I came through the state park. So I've got a lot of miles of this stuff to get through. Well, we're gonna have a lunch break here. This is actually the spot where I was planning on camping last night, which had we done that, it would have probably taken another half hour, 45 minutes just to get down here. There's a creek right there for water, and if you can see, it's not much of a meadow, but it's a nice little spot. I think that's where I would have tried to set up the hammock. I mean, as things turned out, I got a pretty good spot, and I'm kind of glad I did what I did. I'm thinking that if it rains tomorrow, like actually rains, like the thunderstorm it's supposed to be, it's probably the smartest thing I did was get to that high point on Black Elk Peak. Looks like I've hit an intersection of the Norbic Trail and a helicopter. I'm taking this to the end of the Norbic Trail, and then once I get there, now I'm in Custer, back in Custer State Park. So once I hit the end of the Norbic Trail, I'm gonna pick up I think it's a Centennial Trail, is where it picks back up. So that's what I gotta do. Couple more miles. Test 1 1, test 2 2, test 3 3, test mic. Alright. Well, we know where we're at. Mount Rushmore is that way. And still on Centennial Trail number 89. So looks like. I was wondering how far Mount Rushmore is from where we're at. I don't think it's very far. Less than a mile, I'm guessing, maybe a half mile at that. It's supposed to be a waterfall somewhere around here. I wonder if it's towards Rushmore or where it's at. It's on the map. Figured I'd see it, but I don't know, didn't even hear it. So anyway, we're about 3/10 of a mile in. We got about 10 more miles to go. It's gonna be a long day, but it's the last day. East Lake, Trail 14. So, let's see. Just where it goes. We are still on the Centennial Trail number 28. So, evidently Horse Thief Trail number 14 parallels. So yeah, we know where we're at. We've got not quite 3 miles in. So I'm thinking maybe 7 more miles. That's it. So we're at least, wow, 1, 2, 2.5, 3 hours from the end. So, all right. This is the second intersection, maybe 50 feet from the first one. So, Horse Thief Trail 14 is going that way, and I'm still on Centennial Trail 89. So, this is the route. So I think Centennial Trail goes further west and parallels the road. That way, yeah, at some point I break off and take another trail heading back towards where I'm parked. So well, back out of the wilderness again, and Centennial Trail 89. This goes to the road, Big Pine, but we're going this direction. I don't know if you can hear that. The rumbling of thunder. It's sprinkling. Willow Creek, Rushmore Trail number 5. So this is the way we need to go. Probably about, I don't know, 4.5 more miles till the end of the trail. Yeah, can you hear that? Yeah, this is the rain that we were promised. Thunder. And we're walking right into it. So, yeah, a couple more miles into the rain. Alright. Well, that was a long trip. I came from that direction. I'm on the phone now. And I'm going to be going this way. I'm going downhill. Had to put the raincoat on and put away my camera. It started raining pretty good. Quite a while. Now it's just sprinkling. So I'm at about 7 miles and I think I have 3 miles left. So once I make it down this hill, down the side of the mountain, I'll be in lower areas, so it's probably gonna be soaked down there. But then I probably have about a 2.5 mile hike to the trailhead where I'm parked. So almost done. Probably down to the last, I don't know, 2 hours, something like that. Look at all that. Came from down the hill. This is 8. That's towards the road and the camp. But Willow Creek Trail number 8, right here. I think this is the way I want to go. See, comes an issue on which way is quicker, and I'm thinking this. Let's see, Willow Creek. I'm at Palmer Creek, and I'm right at the top where it says Willow Creek, the top one. So I think I'm gonna go this way, which when you look at it, it goes up and around. Seems like it's longer but more direct, if that makes sense. I don't know. But I think I'm gonna go this way. So this is it's the right direction. It's just more scenic, I guess, maybe. Almost got on the wrong trail. This little bridge here, I mean, that clearly looks like the trail over on the tree here. It's marked, but evidently it's not what I wanted. This is, and this is not marked, because this is going to take me to where I'm parked at, Palmer Creek. So yeah, kind of tricky. Thank goodness I decided to check all trails. Oh, here's a marker. See, that doesn't make sense. There is no marker at the intersection, which is where there should have been one. But there's a marker here. Yeah, no vehicles. This is a parking lot. Well, not really a parking lot. It's a turnaround point. But that's where I'm going. Last mile. So hopefully about 45 minutes this hike will be over. Lost Cabin Trail. Oh! National Recreation Trail. Yeah. Palmer Creek Trailhead. 1.5 miles. So now I know how far I've got to go. And it looks like I've got to go uphill a little bit, which kind of sucks. Didn't want to go any more uphills. Least of all, at the very end, since trailhead isn't uphill, it's downhill. So, all right, almost there. You can see the road that we came in on a couple of days ago. So we're within probably 3/4 mile to the trailhead. We just gotta work our way down this ridge a little bit, and then once we come to the bottom, make a right, and this hike is done. Done. Almost the trailhead. There's my truck. Hopefully it has not been broken into. Right now my watch says 10.75, which means by the time we get down there, it's probably going to be close to 8.5 maybe. I don't know, close to 11. I don't think it'll be 11 on the dot though. But we're a little over 30 miles. So hope you enjoyed this trip. 30 miles in the Black Elk Wilderness, the Black Hills, South Dakota, Black Hills National Forest. And this has been a 3-day hike with Tom from COAR. So it's been an interesting one. Mostly nice weather. Haven't seen too many animals. Rain at the very end. Nothing like getting rained on real hard. It wasn't that bad, but that thunderstorm on top of the mountain, well, I don't think we're on top of a mountain, but on a ridge line at the very least, makes it interesting, especially at the end. So if you like, give a thumbs up. If you don't, let me know why you didn't. And yeah, I mean, it's definitely worth doing once. Coming out here, it's a long trip for me from Ohio, but doing it at least once is definitely worth it. Definitely worth checking out. But here's the thing, this is not the end of the video. There's going to be a little bit more at the very end, so might want to stick around.